everyone, I'm Aveline. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So, before we get started, quick thank you to the EA Creator Network for providing me with codes throughout the years so that I can make these videos for you. Also, just in case you did not know, I have a creator code. It's in the pinned comment. But yeah, just quick disclaimer out of the way. We are today building this family home, and I feel like I've built something similar to this in the past, or at least it's a house that is very similar to one that I have used as inspiration for before, but I came across this one. I've actually built another house before I built this one, but it's a 40 by 30 and it's 30 minutes long, and I'm gonna be very real with you, having talked a little bit about this in my previous videos, or in my previous video, I think it was specifically actually. I am struggling a little bit with performance anxiety these days, so voiceovers are a little bit hard to do, and so 30 minutes is like terrifying. I don't know what it is, and so I think I'm just gonna do this one for now. But anyway, she's sitting in my folders. She'll, you know, show up on the channel at some point. It was actually also supposed to have been just like a small 30 by 20, but then turned into a 40 by 30 all of a sudden. I don't know. Things just got out of hand, okay? This one, though, is, I believe, a 30 by 20. I've built it in Oasis Springs, and it's for a pair of parents or just a single parent. And also, oh my gosh, is it a teen or is it a kid? It's a kid, okay. And I've chosen to call it a colorful contemporary because, at least I feel, with the interior, considering a lot of the interiors that I have done lately have been very subdued in the color scheme. This one is a little bit more, we're using a lot of turquoise, teal, and then orange and yellow, which is a nice color combination, I would say. It's very playful and very summery as well, and I felt like it just fit Oasis Springs too. So it wasn't the plan when I started building the house that that's the direction I was going to go in with the color scheme. However, it just felt right when I started decorating, I suppose. So, but yeah, it's a smaller house. We have very narrow bedrooms on the second floor, but I have playtested this as well and everything should be fine. I will also say, I don't know what's wrong with my playtesters, other than the fact that their skills are not maxed out, which I probably could do to make it easier for me, but my Sims have a tendency to cause havoc when I playtest my builds. So throughout the years, I have tried several things by now. Several kitchens set on fire, or caught on fire, which happened with this one. so that was great. I can't even remember what I was cooking one of the easier things to cook because I just wanted to check if the trash can was blocking the oven, essentially. So I was cooking like the easiest thing to cook, and the kitchen caught on fire. And I don't know what that's about, but hey. But throughout the years, I have had Sims die to heat waves several times. I have had lightning as well. I'm pretty sure that was a thing. They got electrocuted, which was a thing. I have had a Sim die the first time I opened a Murphy bed. I think that's what they're called, right? Murphy beds. When we got the Tiny Living stuff pack, my Sim died the first time I opened a Murphy bed. And there's been other things as well throughout the years, but I really very clearly remember the Murphy bed surprising me because I was like, I had heard that that was a thing that could happen, but there's a very, very small chance that it's going to happen. And then it happened. I'm like, what the heck? But yeah, several kitchens set on fire. It's fine. The house is fine. It should be fine when you download it off the gallery. Like, we're all good. I just thought I'd let you know. It's not the first oven that this house has had. So, also I had this weird thing as well in the kitchen actually. Oh my gosh. So when I was decorating the kitchen, I was trying to clutter it up just a little bit. We're not adding a lot of clutter because the house is small, but also the kitchen doesn't really have a lot of space for clutter because you want to make sure that there's still a surface available so that you can decorate on it. However, I wanted to add just like a little bit, like a few touches. A soap dispenser, kitchen utensils, you know, the ones that you specifically use on like pans and stuff. And as I was placing that one down, it didn't want to place itself on the counter. Like it was stuck on my mouse, if you get what I mean. Like I couldn't let it go. And I tried saving the game and it just continued saving. It just continued saving. And I went to the bathroom, came back, and it was still saving. So I was like, oh gosh, we're gonna have to shut this down. When was the last time I saved my build? Turns out I hadn't really decorated anything at that point. We're almost at that point where yep, there we go. There we go, look at that. So I had to redecorate basically everything. So that was a moment. It was great. We're past it though, it's all fine. I've had cereals? That's fine. I've had several issues like that recently with like my game just shutting down. It's not necessarily, I think that one is a game bug, the one that I just had, but a lot of the time it's because I have computer issues and my games to shut down. Whenever I'm gaming, they'll just shut down out of the blue. I'm sending my computer off to repair in July. I've already decided that that's gonna happen, so I'm taking a little bit of a vacation in July at some point. And a vacation away from the office. I'm just gonna read books day in and day out. Probably also babysit my niece, who's now calling me, by the way. This is funny. I feel like it's funny, but it's probably only funny to me because she's my niece. But the last time I visited, so my sister calls me Bobby. It's on my name. My name is Rosa. But she calls me Bobby, and she has for a long time. It's Bobby with an I at the end, so B-O-B-B-I. And I am known as Auntie Bobby to her dog. I am Aunt Bobby, but in Danish, so Musta Bobby, to her daughter, my niece. And she knows my name is Rosa as well. Like, if you say, "Where's Rosa?" she'll point at me too, but she calls me Bobby, which is fair because it's a lot easier to pronounce than Rosa is. Even if it's like, I don't mind. I like being called Bobby. It's fine, even though nobody, including my sister, knows exactly why the name that was chosen that day was Bobby. But she started calling me my Bobby, and I'm like, my sister instantly went like, no, she's her own Bobby. She owns herself, and she's like, no, my Bobby. So I guess I'm owned by my niece now. Just thought you all should know. So I'm probably gonna babysit her at some point as well during July, and that's all good. I've kind of been in the mood as well lately to do some more real-time builds. It's something that I've been thinking about doing since sometime in May. I just haven't sat down and actually done it, if you will. So I'm thinking we're gonna do a little bit of that over the next month. Is my, oh, it's okay, okay. I thought I'm getting a little bit confused now. I keep track of what I'm like looking, where I'm at in the video as I'm doing my voiceover. I'm looking at the footage at the same time, but the picture just froze. So I thought for a second that I just basically filmed myself doing nothing, and I got a little bit confused. But no, it's just because the picture froze. Adobe, well, it's probably not Adobe, it's probably my computer. I'm not gonna lie. Just trust me, okay? Just trust me. Yesterday, I turned on my computer and she blue screened right away as she blue screened from being turned on. Isn't that just, it's great. Things are great over here in this household. But I kind of want to do some, I hope my computer can handle it. It's also one of the reasons that I've been in the mood to stream, although I'm also terrified to stream, but at the same time I'm in the mood to stream, but I don't really dare, because what if the computer can't handle it as it is right now? So it's a bit, I don't really know what to do. So I'm a bit nervous about the real-time builds as well, because it's I don't know if it's a lot for it to handle, but I won't know unless I try. So I think we're gonna do some challenges and some real-time builds and stuff like that. If you have any suggestions for anything you'd like to see, let me know. I'm so out of the loop of like regarding everyone else, like what they do and stuff on their channels. I don't really know. So I don't know if you are an avid watcher of Sims and you've come across something that you'd like to see me give a go, let me know. I'd love to hear you out. But I can still promise you speed builds, by the way. Also, I've also finished a townhouse, or kind of. You know what I did the other day? So I love Google Maps. I think Google Maps is brilliant, especially Street Walk or whatever it's called. Street View? It's called Street View because it's not Street Walk. Street View. I love Street View. I think it's so fun. I love sitting on Google Maps and just looking at other places. I don't do it often, just want to say, because that sounds sad. But I do love doing it when I'm doing it, you know? And so the other day, I was like, you know what could be fun? Figuring out what the heck apartment buildings look like in New England. So in Maine. And so I decided to sit down. I opened Google Maps and I was looking around. A lot of the houses in Maine, they don't really look like the ones you'd find me building in Burlington Bay. I just want to say, like, some of them, I'm not sure they are necessarily for me. A lot of like very blocky houses as well. A lot of blocky, not a whole lot of apartment buildings, but the ones that I saw were definitely very blocky. And so I decided, let's look at townhouses instead. I saw some very cute ones. I also saw ones that I definitely think are haunted. I also saw ones that I feel kind of look like prisons a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. But I found a pair of townhouses that were a little bit more my taste, if you will. And I saw some very cute ones that were a little bit more on the classic townhouses, if you know what I mean. Not contemporary, not modern, but you know, the classic ones. If you think like a New York townhouse is like that sort of style. I found a lot of those as well, but some of them weren't really doable in The Sims. And but I found ones that had like a woodsy kind of vibe to them. I was a bit sold right away, so I decided to build them. So I have a pair of townhouses for Burlington Bay as well. You can place them wherever you want, but they are built in Burlington Bay at least. That'll be coming up on the channel too. So I just can't decide if I want to decorate them before doing the video or just decorate one of them. It's decisions, like what do you do? I don't know. As for this house though, we are just doing some landscaping, and then the back of the house, I was very set on actually not really giving them a backyard, and I don't really know why. But I ended up giving them one, so don't worry about it. They have a pool and everything. It's very Oasis Springs. Of course they needed a pool so they could go there and calm down. No, that's not what it's called. Cool. Well, probably both. Cool and calm down. Yeah. But I am trying to overcome my fear of foliage in Oasis Springs because I don't know about those cacti. They're so foreign to me. Like, I don't know what to do with them. So what I did was I framed up these small areas and made them very dirt-like, and then added the cacti specifically just in those areas. And I feel like it works. Added a little bit of like this lavender kind of looking plant as well, even though I don't know if that makes sense. But you can see the plant in the surrounding foliage and the surrounding landscaping, so I'm gonna include it. And I feel like it works. I think it's minimal enough for the house as well to make sense, and it's not like too much so it looks like a forest setting. Would be surprised if, you know, cacti and forest settings kind of don't necessarily go hand in hand. But I know that a lot of the time my landscaping, it's a whole lot at times, and I feel like this one isn't. I did something different for a change. I'm a little bit proud of myself. Yeah, I hope you guys like it. And other than that, did use a little bit of Riviera Retreat because I am a bit sold on that pool trim. I'm not gonna lie. The pool trim looks very nice. It's this like little with the rocks. I don't know exactly, or pebbles. Very, very small rocks, and I just like it. I love the lamps as well that you can put in the pool. The ones with the, instead of a sphere, it's like a cone light. I love those. They look great. So we're using a little bit of that as well. But other than that, just trying to make the furniture as well look like it fits with the interior, adding just a little bit of color. I did an overhang as well over the dining area, made with this like low fencing thing, I forgot what it's called. And then some hanging plants as well and stuff, because I felt like there was just something missing. You'll see it in a second. I really needed there to be like a kick of something else with the, because it was very like, here's the pool, here's the dining area, and then that's it. So just added a little bit like a touch of something else as well. And I almost forgot to decorate the garage, and I don't know why I almost forgot, because I kept it in the back of my mind throughout the whole decorating or furnishing the interior, and then by the end I'm like, I'm done, and I zoom out and it's empty. Just completely forgot, but it turns into sort of like a home gym. I like putting home gyms in garages. I feel like it just makes sense. It sounds like a cold room and would probably, well, I don't really know if it's cold when you're in Oasis Springs, to be honest. It's probably very warm in Oasis Springs in a garage. I don't really know. Climate is weird. Anyway, so, but it just makes sense because they're usually very bland rooms and, you know, add a TV and suddenly you got entertainment while you're running on a treadmill. Not that you'd ever find me doing that because I can't run because of, you know, foot injuries and stuff. But also that mat does not look like it's actually soft enough to put on concrete flooring, but the Sims are probably going to be fine. So they have a little bit of a home gym. You can turn it into anything that you'd like though. If you would rather an art studio, feel free to go completely ham and just redecorate it. It's okay, it's for your benefit. But anyway, we are at the end of the video, so I'm gonna wrap this voiceover up right now. If you guys like the house, you can download it off the gallery. My ID is AvelineYT, and you can also find it under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT. And as always, the trade files can be found over on my Patreon, which will be linked to in the description box down below, as well as in the pinned comment, where you can also find a link to my booktube channel, so if you like to read, definitely go check it out. And my creator code is also in the pinned comment, by the way, if you're curious. But that is all I got for you guys today, so I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye!